Hey, call lawyer like how about Shimmy Awashar? All right, this is REF for GMS Tampa Bay 07, GMS 13 rulership Ba. All right, and just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Lord Yahweh Shimmy Awashar, Bashem Rakak Wadash. Basically, want to get into the subject on basically what we're about to inherit. It's not gonna make it a huge lesson or anything like that, but I want to bring out a couple of scriptures, basically on what we're about to get. You know, when this kingdom is completely destroyed, what we have to look forward to, all right, and then the steps before we even get there, okay? Because we're gonna get a beautiful kingdom. The Lord got our backs. You gotta believe that the Lord got our backs. All right, you gotta believe the prophets. When the prophets are on the highways and byways and they tell you certain things, you gotta believe what brothers are telling you. You gotta believe the elders, because they're coming in the same stead as our forefathers, okay, in the like minds of Yahweh Shai, who was in the mind of his father Yahweh. Okay, so let's bring out some of these scriptures real quick, so I can get back to work for Esau. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 25. We'll start there. It says, "See that ye refuse not him that speaketh, for if they escape not who refused him that speak on earth, much more shall not we escape if we turn away from him that speaketh from heaven." So in other words, if you can't turn from the man that's speaking to you right in front of your face, all right, because Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh, he sent Yahweh Shai on the earth, all right, and there's people that didn't believe him. There's a whole bunch of people that didn't believe Yahweh Shai when he was right here in front of us, okay. If you can't believe him, who's right there in front of you, who speaks on earth, if you can't believe the prophets, all right, that are on the highways and byways pushing his word out, all right, what more than the Heavenly Father? You can't say you believe the Heavenly Father if you can't believe what's right in front of your face. How you gonna believe spiritual things? How you gonna understand spiritual things? All right, so this is very important. Whose voice then shook the earth, but now hath promised, saying, "Yet once more I shake not the earth only, but also heaven. And this word, yet once more, signifieth the removing of those things that are shaking, as of things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken may remain." Because the things that are shaken are earthly things, all right, tangible things, corruptible things. All right, here on the earth, the things that are shaken by the Lord are things that don't stand the test of time. But it says what? It says, I'll read it again. "And this word, yet once more, signifies the removing of those things that are shaken," because this word right here basically dispels all the corruptible things of this earth. Okay? It removes all that from your psyche, from your spirit. "Yet once more signifies the removing of those things that are shaken, as of the things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken remain." Because the truth, because the word is the truth. That's the one thing that cannot be shaken or removed. So if you come within the word of Yahweh Shimmy Awashai, guess what? You're gonna see that the truth is gonna always remain. And all this corruptible crap out here that got us blinded, that got us distracted, none of that's gonna matter no more, because it's all gonna go away with the destruction of this place. So it's important to stay involved in this word, first and foremost, because it's a separation of the corruptible and the incorruptible. The things that are shaken and things that cannot be shaken, that will remain. Because when the kingdom of heaven is established, the things that cannot be shaken are going to be in the kingdom of heaven, which is righteousness, truth. Okay? The hell with everything else. All the stuff that distracts us out here, all this is going to be burnt up. All this is all going to be burnt up. Let me see one thing. And we got to look forward to that. And we got to get our minds right now while we still have liberty to get our minds right. It's important to do so. 1 second. Book of Daniel. Book of Daniel. That's one thing I want to get. Chapter 2, verse 44. It says, Daniel chapter 2 verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall, it says, God, the Most High of heaven, set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, meaning other nations, heathens. Slakia. It says, in the days of these kings shall the Most High of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. So it's talking about all these different heathen nations out there. The kingdom, when the Lord set up the kingdom, is not going to be left to these other people. It's going to be left to the Israelites and them alone, us alone. But it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So when the kingdom of heaven is established, the true kingdom of heaven is going to break in pieces these kingdoms that are here on the earth, these corruptible things. All right? These kingdoms can be shaken easily, because these kingdoms are not of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They're of the world. They're of other nations. They have philosophies that are not akin to the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So these kingdoms are going to be dashed to pieces. They're going to be, what does it say? Consumed. It says, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. So the kingdom of Israel, Yasharallah, is going to stand forever. It's going to stand the test of time, forever, ever, even forever. Okay, that's the truth. Back in the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 28. I'll read 27 again. And this word, yet once more, signifies the removing of those things that are shaken, as of the things that are made, that those things which cannot be shaken remain. Wherefore we, receiving a kingdom which cannot be moved, let us have grace, whereby we may serve the Most High acceptably with reverence and godly fear. Okay, so it starts by now you serving the Lord with reverence and godly fear, that you may obtain that kingdom of heaven that's going to be established here on the earth. Because all these other kingdoms are going to be going away with, America included, where we live and reside. This place is going to be destroyed by nuclear destruction. So it's best to be on the Most High's good side, so you could gain the kingdom of heaven in truth and righteousness. Doesn't that sound better? All right. Verse 29. For our God is a consuming fire. So Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is a consuming fire. You don't play games. All right. He's going to come with destruction. All right. By what? By way of the chariots. Okay. We talked about that at camp. All right. We talked about that at camp last Saturday. This is the book of Psalms chapter 2 verse 8. It says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, in the uttermost parts of the earth for thine possession. Because Esau got the fatness of the earth right now. All right, and Esau got the heathen too. But the Lord said, ask of him. He's going to give us the heathen, and he's going to give us the uttermost parts of the earth. So we're going to take the earth and all the people thereof of the earth, and they're going to be our possessions. Okay, in truth and righteousness. Right now they're the possession of the heathen, but we're going to get them. All right, but you have to ask of the Lord. And if you ask of the Lord, then you got to be doing what the Lord is asking you to do. You can't ask the Lord to do something for you if you're not following what the Lord is asking you to do. So you got to get right with the Lord. All right, then you may have a chance to the kingdom of heaven and gaining the heathen in the uttermost parts of the earth. Verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So when we gain these other nations, and we're going to be able to smash them into pieces like a potter's vessel, like they did unto us. Break them into shards and fragments. All right, that's metaphorically speaking, but you already know what it means. Yeah, we're going to get on them. There will be violence in the kingdom of heaven. There's going to be ass whippings in the kingdom of heaven. There's going to be plenty of violence in the kingdom of heaven. There ain't going to be no war, because ain't nobody going to be able to wage war against Israel. But there's going to be plenty of violence up there, and righteousness. All right, if you understand the scriptures, you understand what these scriptures are actually telling you. There's going to be ass whippings in the kingdom of heaven. Put it bluntly. Verse 10. Be wise now thereof, be wise now therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. And who is he talking about? He's talking about the Israelites, the ones pushing his word out. You're going to be the kings and the judges of the earth. All right, you're going to be the one that the Lord's going to bestow his glory onto. All right, Lord willing, I'm included in that number. Lord willing. All right, you the kings and the judges. What is this? I smashed the page. Yeah, man, you're going to be the kings and the judges. So it says what? Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, with fear and rejoice with trembling. All right? So you got to serve the Heavenly Father in fear and trembling, because what? You have to have fear of the Lord. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. All right? So we have to be wise. You can't have an unwise judge. That's Esau. Esau's wisdom is of the earth. Or I should say, Esau's wisdom is of... you already know Esau's wisdom is folly and is detrimental to anything of righteousness. All right? He's wise of this world. We're wise of things beyond this world. And that's how we have to be right now. All right? It's very important. Otherwise, getting the kingdom of heaven is going to be far-fetched. Ain't no kingdom of heaven. We ain't going to get the kingdom of heaven if you can't get these things. If you can't understand, you got to serve the Lord in truth and sincerity. You fear the Lord. You got to fear God. It's not a hard thing to soak in. I don't fear nobody. I don't fear nobody. Okay. What did I want? I'm flipping, but I forgot what I wanted. Oh, I know what I wanted. Hold on. Now I gotta find where it is. It's book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse. Here it is, verse 14. It says, "And there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that shall not be that which shall not be destroyed." So the kingdom that's going to come, the kingdom of heaven, all right, in this future prophecy is going to be oh, let me read 13. Let me read 14. All right, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 13. "And I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days. And they brought him near before him. And there was given him a dominion and glory and a kingdom, and all people, nations, and languages should serve him." Okay, so this vision was shown. Okay, that what when Yahushua is given a throne, that all people, nations, languages are going to serve as well. Okay, his dominion is an everlasting dominion which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. So we're talking about the kingdom of Yahushua, when Yahushua is ruling the earth. Okay, we're going to be under him. That kingdom is not going to be destroyed. It's not going to pass away. It's going to rule. It's going to be ruling forever. And brothers are going to be right there next to him. We'll skip down to verse 27. It says, "And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him." So what's up? All kingdoms, all these other nations out here are going to serve under the Israelites. All right? They're going to serve the Israelites. And ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which we're going to be serving. It's going to be a joint rulership. All right? The saints, all right? The elect are going to be serving with Yahweh Shem Yahushua when he gets the kingdom. All right? So that's what we're looking forward to. This kingdom that we live in here is going to be destroyed. It's corruptible. But the kingdom that we're going to inherit, that's going to be a kingdom that's going to last forever. And with that, I say shalom to the elect of Israel, death to America, and Lord willing, this is the last video, man. And I say that, I mean that the internet is shut down later today, Lord willing. With that, shalom.